What's going on YouTube? I don't have my mic on me, but I had some things that I kind of wanted to talk about. So decided to start recording. It's raining. It's pouring. So you're probably gonna hear rain and the wiper blades, and I don't have a mic. So, nonetheless to say, it is what it is. But it's all about the message, right? So lately, I've been in a slump. Not really motivated to do anything. No really big desire, just kind of going day to day. And it's been going on for a few months. I finally have an itch to like get out of it. Like that little motivation spark came back. So I'm like, yeah, here, you know what? Let's start fresh, brand new. You know, workout. We'll figure out like a workout program, something simple, nothing drastic. You know, I'm not like trying to set a goal where I'm gonna like, oh, my desire is to bench 315. Like, it's got to be realistic, right? So lately, I've been liking Gemini over ChatGPT. So I just threw in, hey, here's my goal. Uploaded some photos of what I am currently. Said make something realistic over like the next like 90 to a year, what I could achieve, and more or less just like I just want to be back in shape. For years when I was younger, I played soccer for about 12 years, so you know I wasn't always the biggest, baddest kid you know, on the street, but you know, I was pretty athletic and healthy in terms of what a soccer player would look like. And I kind of want to go back to that. I feel like I still have a pretty decent base. It's just a matter of, you know, life and laziness and age catching up. Looking at me, you probably wouldn't really think it, but like when I take my shirt off, I would say I'm pretty much like most, that skinny fat look, love handles, you know, spare tire around the waist. Everything above that looks pretty decent. So I want to get that taken control of, and you know, under control. And Gemini wrote up a little plan for me for the week. Nothing crazy, super intensive. A little bit of anaerobic, a little bit of high intensity cardio, maybe twice a week. And then I've really been liking the calisthenic Olympic rings over weightlifting these days. I feel like it's a little more challenging and interesting. It's something I've never done before. And what I found is if I'm on the floor and I'm doing push-ups, I can rack out like 50 push-ups no problem. Okay, maybe not 50. I can do about 25 no problem for multiple sets. I can even throw on an 8-pound weight vest, and like I'm still going well over 15. When I started doing push-ups on the Olympic rings, I could barely get 5 off. So I am using different stabilizer muscles and things like that, and I am getting a much deeper stretch that I don't get with normal push-ups. So I'm liking the results of that much more than the traditional stuff. So I'm going to keep with that. ChatGPT basically has me doing pull-ups, ring dips, ring push-ups, ring rows, ring face pulls, and that was kind of it. Some ab workout stuff with on the rings as well, but pretty minimal. So the goal here is like body transformation. Gonna try to build a little bit muscle, or at least maintain the muscle that I have while dropping some of that excess fat that I don't need, and just kind of see what happens. I'm not going to be counting calories or anything. I think for the most part I'm pretty good at judging the scale and just judging my own appetite, right? I for the most part have pretty quick metabolism. I'm usually not worried about it. If I'm hungry and want to eat, choose a high protein option, yogurt, you know, fill in extra calories with milk or nuts or something like that, and I just kind of more or less listen to my body than follow strict pen paper tracking, because that doesn't work for me, and it's a big deterrent. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I plan on documenting it around the way to kind of see how something like this works. I mean, theoretically, if you think about it, people write way too much into fitness. There is really no secret. The secret is willpower. Where there's a will, there's a way. People that have results are the people that honestly stick to it. So there's no reason like ChatGPT or Gemini can't just work out a plan. Maybe a trainer would be a good idea if you don't have a past with working out. Like maybe you need to understand form and what you're doing right and how to like put your elbows in on a bench press and that way out here, like just that normal teaching factor. But for the most part, I have a background and I've been working out quite periodically my entire life, so I don't really need that personal trainer. I don't really need that motivation. I just need my ass up and at it. So that's kind of the goal. It's what to expect out of these videos. You know, I've said this in the past on some of my other videos, even though I don't upload consistently. I am one of those people that's very sensitive when it comes to like dopamine like input. When I watch these videos on YouTube where they got all these quick cut actions and they're throwing shit at your face and there's just sounds going left and right every time a font pops up and they're doing all this B-roll cut, I can't stand it. Like my stress goes up when I watch that stuff. To me, it's not natural. It gets me. It's overstimulating, and a lot of times when I come across those videos, I cut right off of them. I don't even pay attention to them. So these videos, for the most part, that I'm going to be making as far as updates, or maybe while I'm working out, they're going to be raw, unedited. One, I don't have the time to be sitting there editing. It's a major deterrent for me as far as making a video. Chances are if I have to make a video and I know I have to edit the hell out of it, I'm not going to make it. Two, it just doesn't seem very authentic. And I also don't want to sit there and edit and make this video where it's overstimulating just to keep the dopamine going, just to keep a viewer watching, because I hate the stress that it puts on me and the overstimulation. I'm not going to do it to an audience. So expect that. Everything's going to be a little bit more authentic, storytelling, and we'll kind of just see what it is. I have no idea where I'm going with this, but I am going to try to turn the camera more and document kind of what's going on over the course of the next few months, maybe over the year if things are going well, and see, can you have success with, you know, a workout program that you just slammed into ChatGPT with a couple photos of yourself uploaded, and see what happens. There's no reason why it shouldn't work. And I feel like a lot of the videos out there that you do see online about this kind of topic, they're like, here's the results, here's how it went, and you don't even get anything out of it. At the end of watching a 9-minute video, you're like, it's not at all what you thought you were clicking on. And that's the other thing that kind of pisses me off about YouTube these days, is I feel like you're always just being sold shit. And I don't want to put that out there. Raw, unedited, probably some shitty thumbnails. If anything, maybe I'll edit some thumbnails if I have time for that, because I do like when thumbnails look good, but video wise, none of that shit. Alright, well, this grocery run is done. I already got my workout in for today, which was just on the rings. So I did pull up some pull-ups on my squat rack. I did some ring push-ups, ring dips, and face pulls, and that was it. For the most part, 3 sets within the 8 to 12 range, and workout was probably about, 25 minutes. Couldn't have been more than a half hour, and I'm enjoying my Sunday. So nonetheless, that's all I got. Peace! Turn off.